Welcome in everybody to the TK Pod. My name is Tyler Kluver. I was once a Division 1 football player. I am now a podcaster, fitness coach, and CrossFit athlete, doing all of that as a husband and father of two. This show is an audio journal, a spot for me to vent or ramble about thoughts I have relating to fitness and health, my personal competitive aspirations, business, entrepreneurship, and more. I hope that each show can provide one small bit of value for you, the listener. Regardless, I'm glad you're here. Let's have a day. Let's go. I'm not good at running. Welcome into the TK Pod. Newsflash. I suck at running. Impromptu, less, very non-outlined pod format generally here at the TK Pod, even less so today. Could be our first pod in a while that's just under 10 minutes. I don't have a ton to talk about. I know I say that a lot and then it goes longer. Today is 100%. That's true. It'd be hard to fill 10 minutes. That's okay. Coffee with Tyler. I'll try to get it to close to there if I can, and if I find something, then maybe we'll run a little bit. Speaking of running, again, I suck at running. I am, for those following along, still in that mile run program right now, training to PR my mile. And while I've gotten better, I've definitely made strides in running over the last 8 weeks. I'm in week 9. Starting today, Tuesday, the 7th of October. It'll come out a day later on the 8th, but started week 9 today of the mile run program, and I've gotten better. I just don't know what that's going to translate to. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. And this is always how you feel when you're doing a program and you're getting close to the end, is like, well, did it work? Did it not? I don't know if I can run sub 6. I'm leaning towards that's very lofty for my goal in 2 weeks when I test it. I do think I'll run faster. To start week 6 a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I ran a 6:21 and probably had some in the tank. The goal was sub 6, or the goal generally is sub 6 for this whole mile run training stuff. And while I'm doing a 10-week program, this is going to continue because throughout the last 2 to 3 years of legitimate competitiveness in the CrossFit space, even though the stages of competition that I compete in, the open, quarterfinals, and then last year I had the opportunity to compete in semis, running is not heavily involved in those. As much as running is a huge component of fitness, it is not as involved testing wise as it probably could or should be in the CrossFit season. So I don't train it as much. Several other contributing factors to that. One, I don't like I don't like running. What the whole fucking point of this podcast. I'm not good at it naturally. And I can get to a place cardio wise that is very, very fit, very, very fit. And then relatively, if I go for a run, I'd be okay relative to most people, right? Be pretty good to most people, just not good in a running sense. I can get to that spot by doing other cardio stuff, right? 8-week row program, tons of burpees, tons of double unders, body weight stuff, skier, bike, Peloton. I can do all that stuff and have great cardio, base cardio, without having to actually do the running part. I also see it, and this is an excuse, but it's partly true, as someone like me who's not built to run, does not have a history of running, and probably doesn't have like the most grade A form, although I think I'm okay. The beatdown, right? The wear and tear of your knees and your feet and your hips pounding pavement for 15 to 20 plus miles a week, training wise, is on my body too much. I can get the risk reward benefit there is it's not there for me. So again, bike, ski erg, row, other stuff. And then lastly, living in Iowa and the CrossFit season being in February, starting in February into the spring, to train up to that means you're training through the winter. Like the big months of training for the CrossFit season in Iowa are the coldest months of the year, unfortunately. Um, there's not a lot of spots or days where you can choose, pick, and run outside and have a great training session. Now you could bundle up and go do it. It's just it takes more time. Again, the risk reward, the risk benefit, cost benefit is not worth it. Now, I got a treadmill. Okay. It doesn't go super fast. I think the fastest you can run is a 6-minute flat mile on it if you want to take it to the top speed. However, that's fast enough to do some intervals and some longer stuff where um, if you want to do some running and train aerobically that way, you can. And this will be the first winter that we have that. So that is going to help change things this year. But this is going to become an ongoing thing. Like I'm going to use that treadmill a lot in the winter. Any nice day I can where it lines up, I will go outside and I will run. I'm going to try to continue to run twice a week. Twice a week. One longer run, 40 to 60 minutes, and then one workout that's more interval based, kind of like one we did today. Easy, mixed with tempo or 400-meter repeats or whatever it may be. That all being said, I'm fucking garbage, right? We ran a 6:25 mile to open up this trial period, coming off of a time where I really hadn't done any cardio or any running. So I felt like I could make some crazy good strides. And now I'm looking back going, well, I've done 2 months of running now, and I don't know how much faster I could be than 6:25. So maybe I just put out an all-out great fucking pretest. Um, I don't know. We'll see, right? Again, this is 10 weeks of like very, very simple, most baseline, lowest volume running program you could simply do. So I understand that to get to my goal of at least once in my life running down in the 5:45 range, we're gonna have to do this longer. And I plan to. Like I said, we're gonna continue this. I'm probably going to search and look around for and find another mile to 2-mile run program, maybe even 5K program, and do that here after this program ends in 2 weeks. We will run sub 6. Like, that's not gonna be an issue. The issue is that I suck at running. Um, that being said, the Garmin watch told me my adjusted heart rate max is now up to 197 today, which is great. That's how high my heart rate was for an extended period of time during today's workout. Um, and that's it. And like I said, 8 minutes, just short of 9 minutes on today's show. Anything else? So again, stick around. We'll see what the running turns into. Again, I'm going to continue to do it through next season because again, quarterfinals are back. It's going to be top 25%. I could probably not train from now until the quarter. I'm talking literally not exercise and still make the quarterfinals next year. And then semis is open to more athletes than it's ever been. Top 2,000 out of quarterfinals, and that's just the top 2,000 that sign up. Basically, everybody who makes quarterfinals is going to be in semifinals. So we'll be doing three layers of CrossFit comp in the season next year. And oh, by the way, my dumbass, not that it's full commitment. I told him we'll see. I have committed to the team Wadapalooza qualifier. I know. Tyler, you said you weren't planning on doing any qualifiers. You weren't going to do any of those. You're not in shape. All true. The one factor is that over the past few weeks, I do feel like I've caught a little bit of momentum. I feel good. I'm still strong. I'm somewhat okay fit. And to test that out, I've done a couple of the TFX, the Fittest Experience qualifiers. I've done 2 of those, and I am not too far behind or right there with the guys at the gym who are in shape right now on 2 of those workouts so far. Still have 3 to go. We'll see where I'm at, but we'll see. So, given that, and I thought the Wadapalooza quals were in October, they're actually middle of November this year since Wadapalooza is a whole month and a half later in the spring. So that gives me 5 weeks to continue to get fitter. And I think I can be in a place where I can do it or at least put up a somewhat okay score. So we have committed to the qualifier. I told them I'll be in the best shape I can be. And I can't promise anything after that, including actually going to the event if we qualify. I told them there's a 5 to 10% chance that I can actually go, and we'll commit to that in March. Um, but there you go. We have finally, for the first time since the open of this year, back in March, we have committed to some sort of competition CrossFit wise. Um, that's it. I will try and disc golf this week somewhere cool. Maybe go play the full Southwoods course or somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe Walnut Ridge, somewhere nice. If the weather is good, it's supposed to cool off. Hopefully, the rain stays away, and we'll be able to get that done. And yeah, that's your update. We are going to talk about open quarterfinals, semifinals here soon since they changed the CrossFit season. Or maybe we'll just wait until that shit comes around in 3 months. Other than that, hope you have a great week. See you next time.